Laura with the weekly forecast, and welcome guys. And I'm so happy that you have been continuing to watch, and I am getting a lot of feedback from people. So if you would like to message me and see what topics you want me to talk about, what you would like me to cover, besides the weekly forecast or the art readings and the meanings from those. Now today we have Archangel Micheal. We're just going to connect with his energy, see what he wants to place us in. Sometimes, the angels love to use like these color frequencies. Think of it like the rays of the sun coming in. We're just going to ask our guardian angels to come in, place us in a protective shield of white light. And then if you want to close your eyes, open your heart, or put your hand on your heart, we're connecting with Archangel Micheal now. We're asking him to step into our energy for everyone watching. And Micheal is giving an individual blessing to every person that is watching right now. And he said, it doesn't matter what you believe in, I'm here to support you and not judge you. And he said the role of the angels is to support whatever people on earth need, because this is a tough assignment, is what he says. Everybody comes down with their own goals and things that they would like to achieve, and then they have things of a spiritual level, like what commitments they made to God or other beings that they work with, and then come down and do those things to help the overall population. And he says that everybody has this within them to a certain degree. But for the most part, you are running the show, okay? It's whatever you want to put into your life path right now. And then on top of that, whatever like spiritual commitments you made or what you feel called to. Whatever, I always think of it like they're tapping me on the shoulder, and I keep getting these nudges to do things. And then I just sit and focus on, okay, well, how could I achieve that? What could I do to accomplish this goal that I'm getting from Spirit? And Micheal is saying that oftentimes those nudges are because of the commitments that you made to Spirit that they want you to fulfill, and they will help you. And it's something that's joyful. It's not like you have to completely give up your life and then do something different. It's more of like things along the lines of who you are and your personality. So Micheal wanted to put that out there. And then I asked Micheal also, before we get into the weekly forecast, the beginning, middle, end of the week, I asked Micheal, what does he think about things that are happening with the, Roe versus Wade and things happening for women and all this crazy stuff happening. And Micheal is just saying it's a distraction, that there is something bigger going on behind this. You want to pay attention to what comes next. He said that it's that women are the soul of the universe, that we are essentially a portal to allow a being to come from a heavenly place and have a life on earth. We're very important and should be honored. Now, Micheal is saying that whenever governments and things like that want to control what a woman does, it's hampering the balance of the masculine and feminine in the culture. And you can tell in a culture where it's heavily masculine, the women are often very repressed, and that it's more harsh, or it's more colder. And Micheal is saying that this is trying to be established in America, that it's not, it's like he's saying that because of the knowledge that is freely shared on the internet, don't be surprised if things get just taken off, or what we see gets more and more controlled, because they don't want people to have an open mind. They don't want people to see the corruption in all the different parts of the world. So they will create distractions where everybody's hooked on this. Oh my gosh, oh, we're losing our minds. While behind the scenes, there's something else going on. Micheal is saying that women deserve to be honored and have a choice over what they're going to do with their body. Everybody should deserve a choice. And he often is saying that there's consequences for everything that people choose to do. And they may face it on earth or they may face it in heaven. And he's saying that, again, the angels are not here to judge anyone. They're not condemning anyone. They support all belief systems. So they're telling me, when you come to earth, you learn about impermanence, that nothing is set in stone. And that's why they're constantly trying to get people to get out of their comfort zones. Get out of your comfort zone. Do this, do that, because you have to make the best of this life while you can. And another thing that he said people are learning is about your freedom. That in heaven, we're able to we think of something, bam, it's there. And now we're only coming to terms with the law of attraction and all these other things that we can do with our minds and our spirit energy. And he's saying that that is dangerous in this type of society and things on earth, because people want to control it and lock it back down. So you feel ashamed of who you are. You don't share your gifts. You're not helping people to expand beyond the control of what's been there all along. Okay? So he is saying that he wants people to organize in healthy and safe ways. You know, like the angels do not like, what I get is like they do have preferences, like how things are done. That's where their preferences are. Okay? They would prefer that if people are going to unite and do things for, women's rights and stuff like that, that it be done very smart and logically within their system. And there was a video that someone sent me a while back where this lady talked about taking the power back in your neighborhoods and areas. So what that means is you organize with a group of intelligent people in your area for like your local court system, neighborhood group. Maybe I'm not saying it in the right way. I'm going to try and share that video, guys. It was like a TikTok video where this lady talked about organizing in your neighborhoods and taking control back of your neighborhoods through that. Okay? And he's saying something like that would have more power than going and people looting and attacking and doing stuff to government places. It's like you have to meet them on their level to take your power back and be smart about it, not just do destructive stuff and think it's gonna make a difference. Because he said most of the time lives are lost, and sometimes those types of things, it doesn't work out as well. They just try, the more that people try to break free, the more they try to be disruptive, the tighter the rules are going to be, the more restriction you're going to have. And he's saying, be smart about it. Okay? Go on their level, get in their government systems, get in their political arenas to make the change happen. Not just, it's good to like organize and have, charities and to, do different things that help. But he said, please do it in a smart way, because we've already lost a lot of lives on earth right now that are trying to make a difference. Let me see what else he wants to say about these types of things. He said that as long as you continue to be on earth, there's always going to be political struggle. There's always going to be religious struggle. And there's always going to be this energy of wanting to conform or fit into what the general public believes. And Micheal is saying, you can evolve past the 3D up into the 5 and 7 and all that. So that's like the higher manifestations of your life, where, you know, you can create, like, you think about stuff and, wow, my life is smooth, oh, this is better, that's it. But also help out the people on the lower levels as you can. What he is saying is that everything that you want to do, be, or have is achievable on the earthly realm. But he is again saying, please be smart about what you're doing and make effort every day to work on your dreams and goals. So, and then I get something funny like, this is a public service announcement by Michael. So oftentimes, you know, they can be, you know, depending on who's channeling them, it can be very serious. But with me, I have a big sense of humor. So they're always playful with me and their messages. And let me see, anything else Michael wants to say to people about this. He is saying that he does not want, you know, like, he's kind of saying that people should organize for their rights, and but do it in a way that makes sense and there's no lives lost or things destroyed that makes it to where we can't function as a society. Okay, so here's his card he picked for this. We have Cougar and Confidence. Be bold and take charge. So this is a time to stand up for your rights and things like that, but do it in a way that is smart and on their level. Okay? That's what he's given to me. And then, okay, so let's kind of get into, let's see, Michael is saying that he wants you to work with, he's bringing up the color red and saying that it's for passion, perseverance, follow through, healing your body, mind, and soul, and things of that nature. And also it represents the root chakra at the base of our spine, which helps us with feeling stable in our lives and feeling healthy and things of that nature. You know, there's all different meanings for the root chakra, but that's what he's giving me right now. And what you could do is just ask Michael to step into your energy all this week, and then see, you know, if there's things that you see on the internet and they get you wired up and you get angry, don't just jump in and believe everything you hear right away. Sometimes a lot of that stuff is sensationalism, and people, they want a bunch of, you know, unfortunately we're in a society where if you say something that gets millions of views, you're going to keep wanting that. It's like an addiction, and you keep wanting all those views and all that. So the stuff that you're saying may be more and more drastic or serious than the next thing. So he's saying not everybody is like that. We have people that really care. They're sharing their light, or they're sharing facts about the world and things like that. But then we have the people that they're just doing it for their own ego and wanting that, you know, to reach those 14K goals or whatever. Michael is just saying, be smart about it, okay? Don't just go right into fear. If somebody triggers you, like a lot of people, women are getting triggered. They're very upset about what's going on. And then we have all these women posting stories about, well, I'm not able to get my birth control now, or I can't get fixed now. And he's saying to go and investigate everything. Go and see, okay, well, you know what, if this is actually going on, what could I do to support that person in that area? You know, things like that. What can I do to legitimately affect the change versus just posting sensational stuff to get attention? You know, this is for the people that do that, okay? So let's go ahead now. I think Michael's done. We're going to get into the energy for the week. But you know what? Michael is telling me to just make this a separate video. So if you guys were looking for the forecast, it's going to be in the next video. Thanks, everyone. Michael is saying he's giving everyone a blessing, and that he does want you to work with him for the upcoming week. And you could wear the color red. You could connect with red crystals, you know, things like that. Call Michael's energy in every day. Ask for help, guidance, or just sit in his light. You know, they have very high potency energy where you could just focus on Michael. He'll come in, he'll send a piece of his energy that a human can take, you know, because they'll knock us out if we meet with them and they're these giant beings, you know. So they always are smart in the way that they connect with us. Okay, and with that, I'm going to stop here. Thanks for everyone watching, and take care.
Okay, so here's the plan. Nobody is coming to save you. Not me, not the government, not nobody. So save your own neighborhood. So here's what you're going to do. You are going to find 9 people in your neighborhood who are super smart. You should get a mix of careers in there. So you should definitely get a party planner, a civil rights attorney, or a constitutional attorney, an accountant, a PTA president or PTO, whichever one you have, a PTA or PTO president, somebody who owns an event space. Just a good mix of people, and you are going to form a little club, and you guys are going to start talking in the Facebook groups in your neighborhood. And you are going to, like, for example, in Atlanta, we have 13 city councilmen. So you are going to get people for each city councilman. You're going to get a Google Doc, and 2 to 3 people in the Facebook group are going to go to city council meetings, budget meetings, all of that, and report back. It does not have to be the same 2 or 3 people. Just 2 to 3 people will go every time. If there's something in particular, you'll decide who's going to speak for public comment. They need to be a really good orator. Y'all going to put together their talking points so they can be concise yet effective. And you guys are going to start keeping track. When you go to a city council meeting and they vote on ordinances, their name pops up on a screen with their district, their photo, and how they voted. You guys are going to keep a record of that. One of the people is going to be a lawyer, so they know how to pull the records of the judges. You need to be monitoring the judges that are elected, not the ones who are selected. You're going to have them start pulling those people's records. You're going to have a data analyst in that talented team. They are going to keep a track record of those judges' cases. They are going to be able to highlight and showcase if that person is giving harsher sentences to Black, brown people, women, against their other cases, and how much so. When it comes time for an election, you guys are going to put out motion graphics with music that are going to go out to the community. You guys are going to pay dues for being in this organization, $50 a month, or if you don't have a whole $50, whatever you can, you're going to save that money. You are going to start running candidates from your group as you build your group. You are going to use that money that you're collecting for dues as seed money to start getting them registered and set up to run. You're going to pay for them to go to conferences that teach you how to run a good campaign. You are going to attack this at the school board level, the city level, and the state level, and take back your neighborhoods and your town, thus making us all take back the country. No one, no party is coming to save us. We have to save ourselves.